Guys, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about knives that I would absolutely not open in public because they're going to get you attention you don't want. So you guys know what time it is. Turn down the volume because here comes a little bit of music. So as you guys know, I carry all types of knives. I don't have any real care about what people think about the knives I'm carrying, but I am also cautious about the fact of where I open these knives. If I was to open a knife in public, like something like this cold steel Spartan or other items, the negative attention it would garner and sometimes the legalities that I would suffer if I got caught. So it's not gonna be a big long video. We're just gonna look at a few of my personal owned knives that I just would be hesitant to pull out in public in mixed company. If I was with people that I know, like knife guys, like Tino and all those guys, if I was with them, absolutely pull it out. I was like, guys, check out the craziness of this. But there are some things that you have to think of if you're carrying a knife, and depending on the situation, like, are you at work? Are you in an office? Do you want a call from HR? So guys, let's just turn this around and we'll take a look at these from above. Guys, like I said, we are going to look at some knives that you probably would not pull out or deploy in public. And there's one over here that we're going to talk about very last. But first, this is the cold steel Spartan. This is a knife that if you pulled this out in a lot of public settings, anywhere, West Coast, major city, any place where, you know, the kinder, gentler political leanings go, this would set off all the alarm bells and whistles. This looks like a machete to a lot of people. Great knife. It is just a huge knife. I did EDC this for a while. It carries relatively well. It waves off the pocket with this ample thumb plate. But this is something that a lot of people would see this knife in your hand. It doesn't matter whether you're just using it as a tool. This would just put people on the ceiling, and you would probably wind up having, you know, if you carried this at work, you may have a call from HR. Like I said, this thing is just in its entirety, it's clear off the mat. So this mat scale is 9 inches. It's longer than the mat, which is probably about 10 and a half inches. So it is huge, and I'm sure that it would garner attention and not in the fashion you want. Now, if you're with a bunch of other knife guys, yeah, they would probably, they'd be like, hey, let me see that thing. But it is a great knife. It's just a little silly that this is one of those things. The other thing too, another reason is there's a lot of places that a knife this size is illegal. If you're in San Francisco, I think there's a 3-inch limit on knives. A lot of places you can't carry anything that's more than 2.5, 3 inches. If you're in New York, you can't carry it because it has a pocket clip, and that's technically a concealed weapon. Nice thing about this is it in no way, shape, or form would pass that flick test for the switchblade laws that we talked about the other day in a video. So there you go, here's your first one, cold steel Spartan. This is your next knife. This is a Microtech, Ultratech, OTF, any of the OTFs. I would not pull this out in public because it would garner you attention that you do not want. These are vilified and historically considered the kind of person who would carry a switchblade is not the kind of person you want to associate with. These are great little knives. This one in particular, the action on this thing's amazing. Just listen to that. But the fact is, most places, if you are outside of like Maryland, Virginia, Ohio, a lot of places, these are illegal. And just because maybe they're not illegal by state law, then you have municipalities where they may be illegal. Now, I do know that there are some Cali legal versions and things like that. But like I said, there's a lot of weird different reasons. But if you pulled this out in public, that right there would definitely get you attention that you probably don't want. Now, if you're at a knife show and you're hanging out with a bunch of other knife guys, it's like the Spartan. Yeah, that's one of those things that'd be like, oh man, that is awesome. But this is something that has been historically vilified. Criminals carry these things are, that's the mark, that's the hallmark of a hoodlum or a villain, that they carry a switchblade. I don't adhere to that, but you know, that's one of the reasons. So there you go. Out the fronts, or any automatic for that matter. Automatic knives, pretty much off the plate. Would I carry it? Yes. Would I deploy it in front of someone that I was questioning? About like their leanings, would they get upset? No. This is one that would stay in my pocket. The only time that anyone would see it is if it was around some friends and I was like, oh man, check out what I got. So there you go. There is number 2. All right, guys, this next knife is 100% nothing to do with deployment, legalities, things like that. This knife is 100% just based on appearance. If you pulled this out in public, one, I can't think of a real reason why you would pull this out in public unless you were just showing someone, because this is not what I would consider a good EDC usable blade. But the other reason is it looks so predatory and aggressive. And the reason is it was designed to be so. This is a self-defense item. And if you were to pull this out in public, I guarantee this would get you the attention. If you're into negative attention, it'd get you what you want. That looks super aggressive and dangerous. And that's going to be the perception from most people that would see it. I mean, do I carry this? Yes. But like all of these knives, I carry them. Do I carry them in public? Yes. Do I carry them even though they're legal? Sometimes. But the only time you're going to see this knife come out is if it's somebody I know and I'm going to show it to them, or if I need to use that knife in a situation where I don't care who sees it. So there are some misconceptions when it comes to the look of a knife. This looks dangerous. It looks aggressive. It looks like something a villain or mass murderer would use in a video, in a movie. And so those things can play into that fear that people have of inanimate objects. They look afraid, they look scary. And so I don't really like that idea, but the fact is I would never pull this out around people that I did not know unless I absolutely had to. It's a great knife though. These are great for self-defense. These are a great tool. These were designed off of the civilian. They were basically built because South Africa, the Prime Minister of South Africa asked Sal Glesser if he could make a more affordable version of the civilian, since they had so many problems with attacks on females, and they wanted a cheaper priced, a little bit smaller version of that knife, and Sal came up with this, and that is because it was based off of trying to save women's to give women a self-defense tool, is the Matriarch 2, which, as you know, Matriarch is the mother of a family. So there you go. The Spyderco Matriarch 2. Definitely would not pull that out in public. This next one is the XO gravity knife, and for obvious reasons. One, it's a relatively large, aggressive-looking knife. The deployment is going to scare people. If you do that and you pull that out, or if you do the flick, that looks so aggressive. It looks so horrible. It looks dangerous, and I just would not pull this out in public. It's a great knife, though. It's not. The other reason is I don't think that this would really be a functional thing. You're really limited. There's no lock. Ooh, sorry about that. There's no lock on this, so you're limited in how you would carry it and things like that. But to deploy this in public, no. This is something that I goof around with here at the house. It really doesn't ever go anywhere. Every once in a while, I'll throw it in the pocket of my sweatshirt, but I definitely would not have this out playing with it in public. I would treat it a lot like a piece of my anatomy. Don't pull it out in public. You don't pull it out and play with it in public. You guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah, this one, just based on the fact that, well, several reasons. One, it's illegal. It is illegal here in California. It's completely illegal. I think it's a Class B misdemeanor now. I can't carry it a lot of places. And just like I said, that would get people's attention in a fashion you don't want. So there you go. The Reat XO gravity knife. That brings us to our last one. The M-Tech that was gifted to me by one of you. I would not have a problem carrying a knife similar to this in public. It's 100% the embarrassment factor that I would feel pulling this out in public and having someone actually see me carry this. Like, people that know me would be like, come on, dude, what the heck? I'm just kind of nervous now because this is in here 100% just as a joke. It's just pain. It's not a good knife at all. I keep it because it's just funny. Nick Shabazz has his Z Hunter that he compares crappy knives to. I now have an M-Tech, and if I get a crappy knife in, I just pull this out. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that knife wasn't so horrible. I am surprised the flipping action on this, though. Yeah, this would be something I wouldn't carry just because I don't trust it. I don't think it's reliable. I would be afraid to try and carry this and use it for much of anything. The steel is an unknown, unreliable, just stainless steel. So this 100% was a gag gift, and it would be 100% a gag carry. The only thing I'm concerned about now is Cole over at Tri-State and I are going to buy knives for each other on wish.com, and I imagine this is the type of fare we're going to get. So yeah, Cole, let's try to take it easy on each other. There you go. The M-Tech, and this doesn't even have a model number. This is just an M-Tech. I guess it is the 1064 GY. I'm not wearing my reading glasses, guys. It's hideous. So there you go. That's why I wouldn't carry it. Let's turn this around and do some final thoughts. All right, guys. So that last one was absolutely just a joke. It was a gift from one of you guys, subscribers, and I honestly wouldn't carry it. Not so much because of the embarrassment, but just because I don't trust it. I don't find it a reliable tool. It is a very poor knife, but it was a gift and it was funny, so I carry it. So guys, that's it on this one. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but please try to tell me why. I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, it's as simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, share the content with somebody you think would like it. Jared's been sharing some of my videos in his comment or in his description tab, and it's been helping out immensely. Anything that anybody does is helpful to the channels. It pushes up an algorithm. If you do want to support the channel financially, however, there's a bunch of ways you could do it. I have it all down. Well, I say a bunch, it's 3. I have them down in the description tab below. I have a membership that gets you in on exclusive content. I have a chat server on Gilded. There's different tiers that gets you different benefits, premium tier sharpening tutorial series, and everyone saves $5 per knife on my sharpening service. Other ways you can do it, I have affiliate links down below. Anything you purchase, I get a portion of it at checkout, and it doesn't cost you anything. And I've made lists of different types of things down below in the description. And the final way is I have a merchandise store on Ember Shirt Co. I've set you up a coupon code that works anywhere on Ember Shirt Co. So if you find other designs you like, coupon code is CrazySharp, all one word, capital C, capital S, CrazySharp. Saves you 10% at checkout. And if you send me pictures of you wearing my merch, I will put them in the videos. Guys, keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I will see you all in the next video.